Hi TC community, it's Miss Sochacki here. I saw that Mr. Johnson posted a video of him doing a science experiment, so I thought that I would try my hand at a homemade science experiment that you guys could try yourselves. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need either a bowl or a plate. You're gonna need a Q-tip, some colored dye. If you have just one colored dye, that works too. I found 3, so I'm gonna use those 3 colors. You're gonna need some milk. You can use any type of milk, whole, skim milk, 2%. And then you're gonna need some soap. And it doesn't matter what type of soap you use. So the first step to this experiment is that we are gonna pour in about a 1/4 inch of milk to the bottom of our bowl or plate. And let's take a second to talk about milk. So milk is made up of, if you didn't know, mostly water. And we know that water is a very polar molecule. And inside of milk, there are also fats and proteins, and those are actually going to be non-polar molecules. So we know that like dissolves like based off of their intermolecular forces. And so that's what we're going to be talking about throughout this whole experiment, okay? So the next portion of this experiment is you're going to put in your dye, so maybe just a drop in the center of each color. And the reason we're putting the dye in is because this is a seemingly invisible reaction, and so we want to make it visible to us while we're doing the reaction. So just about in the middle there. And then we're gonna need to take our Q-tip and put some soap on our Q-tip. Something interesting about soap, there are 2 ends to soap. You have a polar end that's gonna attract the polar water molecules in our milk. And then you have a non-polar end on soap, which is going to attract the non-polar portion of the milk, the proteins, the fats in the milk. And so make sure that your Q-tip is nice and saturated. And then we are going to put our Q-tip right in the center of our bowl or plate. And we're going to see some magic. Wow. So like I said, the polar portion of the soap is attracting the water molecule, and the non-polar portion of the soap is attracting the proteins in the milk. And so again, the dye basically just makes this invisible reaction visible to us. Whoa. And so during all of this, the fat molecules are basically just doing gymnastics, and the food coloring molecules are just being bumped and shoved everywhere, giving us these really pretty prints. So go ahead and just try this at home. It's really easy, super fun. You can do it with the whole family, kids of all ages, and you just get to see some chemistry, polar and non-polar intermolecular attractions happening. So yeah, Celtic strong!